Priestess of the Galactic Spiral Light. We got a lot of stuff going on. Um, so today's December 11th. Tomorrow is 12/12. We will be stepping into obstruction, obliviation work. Gonna get rid of the blockages. This means you have to look at what is going on. And I think this is awesome because of the fact that tomorrow is the white lunar mirror, which means you have to look at the self. You have to reflect on the self. So I'm loving that. Um, Today, this is interesting. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, today is the red magnetic earth. I unify in order to involve. Attracting synchronicity, I seal the matrix of navigation with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. This begins a 52 yellow southern castle of giving court of intelligence. This is a part of that. So I'm like, huh. So 52 days. 52 days. That takes us into just a little bit after January. Okay. So today's color is red. Planet is Uranus. Chakra is the heart. And Earth family is core. So I want to talk about what our topic is about the source code, activating the source code itself. Your source code is always intact because that's a part of your divine matrix of yourself. But there's always this energy of things that have been blocking you, things, of old belief that comes up, and it becomes like this vortex all around you. The message is what draws you back from your senses is what lifts you up into a spiritual insight and perceptions. This is all about six dimensional. This is all in that telepathic side of the head. So when we get to, got my notes, you're going to need paper for tomorrow, and you're going to want to, this is just a sample. You're going to want to draw it out in a circle here in the middle, you the creator, and you're going to put what are some of your blockages. You know, like I put one, wealth, flow, ancestors, old beliefs that's connected to the money. I use an example of family stuff, maybe health and balancing, dealing with any energies that come up around family that you want to kind of clear. Health issues, if you have any health issues or you want to prevent certain health issues. Loving relationships, what kind of relationships? I want to be with a nice, centered and balanced guy. And I want some guy that doesn't know who the hell he is. And then there is business growth. What kind of business growth do you want? If you're starting a business, what kind of growth do you want in your business? So those are some samples. You might come up with your own of what you feel like you've been dealing with as far as blockages. So where do you feel like you're having some blockages? These are just samples. So I wanted to make a sample so that you could see how you draw out the circle, make a line, and then these are pieces of the pie. You're in the center of it, okay? So that you can have an idea. So make sure you get your paper, get your card, because you're going to be implementing this tomorrow, okay? And really sit down with the self and ask yourself, what is it? Where do you feel blocked? Okay, where do you feel like you struggle the most? It shows up easily. Like tomorrow, I'm supposed to come on tomorrow, 12/12 is the time that I want to come on. Well, today getting on the freeway, car speeds by me, kicks up a rock, and it hits the windshield. So now I got this ding in there. If I don't take care of it, it's going to spread. And then I got to deal with got to get the whole windshield repaired. So now I got someone coming out to do it sometime between 8 and 12. Well, I know they won't be here at 8 o'clock in the morning, so they'll more than likely show up around 9, 9:30 or 10. Hopefully it'll be before I have to start the first day portal. So let me tell you about what we're going to be doing and what this is going to be preparing you for. So if you're interested in doing this, I will have it here. But here's the thing. If you're going to do it, you have to commit to the time. You're only going to be doing 10 days. The 10 days ends on winter solstice, which is going to be 12/21/2024. So if we're starting tomorrow on 12/12, and then we're going to end on 12/21. Yeah, I know, it's cool, huh? It's cool. In and out, as above, so below. Got goosebumps on that. So that's a good start to this. Okay, so I was looking at the calendar last night, and I was all like, okay, I want to line it up just right. It has to be lined up just right. So tomorrow, when we jump into it, we're going to be dealing with guided by the heart. So that's going to be guided by the heart energy. Guided by the heart of what are the blockages. Okay, when we say we want to do obstruction, obliviation, we want to get rid of that. What do we want to get rid of? So let's talk about the terminology. So we're going to be finishing up. Tomorrow is the last day. Can you believe it? It's the last day for this one. This is the 12th down here. It's the last one. So we go into the 6th moon, which is going to be rhythmic moon of equality. That already right there is already going to be striking some waves in the cosmo energy and what we're dancing around with. So this is going to be organized, balance, equality. Be kinder to yourself and let the kindness flood the world. The animal totem, get this, is lizard. From December 13th through January 9th. Now, let me tell you something, lovelies. So, the night before, it was yesterday night, I had a dream that I was in some kind of meeting. Okay, you know your dreams are cray-cray and doing all this crazy stuff. So I was in this meeting. I was meeting in a house, and there was a whole bunch of other people coming in there. And I looked very like I was there observing all these people coming in, okay? And I was just sitting there. I had on blue jeans, a t-shirt thing, headband thing on, and I was just kind of sitting there blending in. So everybody comes in, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? What am I saying? What am I supposed to be saying here? And they all come in, and then they start kind of flickering. Like their images of themselves were flickering. And I go, oh, shoot. I'm in one of those things again where I'm going to see them for what they really are. Oh, my gosh. So they flicker in and doing this thing, coming in and out of their skin suits of who they are. Like, look, I look like this, but this is what I really look like. They're laughing about it. So I get up. And I'm looking around. I get this priestess look on my face, and I'm like, and I do this, and they all stop and they go like this at the same time. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I got their attention. And I go, you know, all of you that are sitting up in here right now, you only have 3 to 4 months left. Tick tock, tick tock. You're done. And they all start doing this, this snaky sound. And they go, Oh, never mind doing that with me. I just simply popped in just to let you know you got less than, I would say, 90 days. Yeah, doesn't look so good for all of you. So enjoy your little skin suits while you can, because you ain't going to be around to have any cake or ice cream later. They said, "Who are you? How did you get into our home?" I said, "I'm multidimensional. I can pop in anywhere I want." Now watch this. And I popped out of it. So I woke up and I said, "What the hell?" And then it was like I was getting validation of certain messages coming through saying, yeah, things are getting switched up really quick energetically on this planet, and things are not going to be in favor of those who are wearing their little fake human skin suits trying to get by. I was laughing. I said, "Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good." So this next rhythmic moon that we're going into, I love, 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 love the picture because it's all about the activation of the DNA. This calendar is freaking me out. The whole system is just on point. I mean, I've been working with this probably for about maybe nine years, maybe 8 or 9. Um, yeah, I've been working with. I got introduced to this when I was watching a lot of Valerie Love because she was really into the calendar on the laptop or either the book kind that you order, and I was like, what the hell is that? Um, so I was really kind of into that, and then I just kind of fell into the calendar. Then I liked the one on my laptop, so I used both of them because they both kind of balance with each other. They're still in sync, but it's balancing with each other. So I was just like, cool. But this is all about the DNA. Love this. Love, love, love this. So I'm like, okay. So we'll start that one on Friday. It gets so good. The 13th. Now, are you starting to feel like it's really special for you right now? Because there's a lot of woman energy, female energy coming in. Friday the 13th. Oh, look at that. 13 sacred to woman. Oh, it's on a Friday too. Oh, Venus. Female energy. Dual. What are the chances of you going through a major change or a major initiation? What is the chances of that? What do you think on that day? Do you think there'll be a high calling to the sacred divine energy on this planet? Like all of a sudden you just get like this boost of energy? Like you just kind of like, whoa, what's going on with me? So we have 12-12. That already has that 3-3. Yes, 100%. Then we got Friday the 13th. It's all about tomorrow, 48 hours of woman energy. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, this is the time when we go out and go shop and get our beautiful heels and we look at them and say, oh yeah, those look cool. Because we're just going to use them to do some ass kicking. That's what they're used for. They're not used to just look all pretty and nice. No, those are used to kick some serious booty. So it looks like we're going to be really busy. I hate to really bring this to all of you. No, I don't. I'm loving it because it's going to be fantastic. And this is going to be all about kicking up the energy as the sacred divine feminine rising and taking your place. 48 hours of this energy. Okay? 48 hours of this energy coming in that we're going to be dancing with. So that's going to start us on this new moon. Now, let me tell you, when we start the new rhythmic moon of equality, it starts on Friday the 13th. So we're going to be in this medicine, like I said, until winter solstice. We have one portal activation on December the 19th, which is to be guided by birth. Then we'll have another portal energy that is the day right after the day right after winter solstice. Okay. And once again, it's going to end on guided by accomplishments. Like we just ended day before yesterday. What is the accomplishment? So we're setting the intention tomorrow. We're going to activate that portal at 12:12. Even if he's still messing around with my car or whatever, I'm going to pop on anyway at 12:10. I'll be here at 12:12. And we're going to get it started. So it's all about have your paper ready, okay, because we're going to cut everything in the pie. Have your paper ready. Have the circle in the center. What are some of the things that you feel like you're blocked in? Is it your business? Is it love? Is it expression of the self? Is it your health? Is it family? Is it how do you want to make your money? Is it do you fight with yourself on your procrastination? Do you have arguments with yourself in the bed of when you're going to get up, when you're not going to get up? Or are you going to have arguments with yourself about, oh, I don't know if I want to start that. You tell yourself you're going to start it, but you don't do it. Why? What is that? What is the blockage that you're creating? This is where we're going. So if you're sitting there saying, oh, yeah, no, we need to do this because we're going to utilize the energy of tomorrow and then Friday the 13th. We're going to use those 2 days to really get in there and just say, make your statement. What is it? What are you going to dedicate and have your intention set for and the clarity? Hate to say what it really means in an acronym. It's DIC. What's the DIC point? What's the dedication? What is the intention? What's the clarity? Actually kind of sounds. Okay. Sorry, I digress. Anyway. Went there for a second. Okay, so it's going to be a dick moment. When I was looking at that anagram, I was like, that's dick. Easy to remember. What is the dedication? What is the intention? Or what is your desire? What is the intention? What's the clarity behind it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Okay? What's your desire? What is your intention? What is the clarity? So, have that set up so you have it in place. I'm going to start off with that. So here's some info I want you to pay attention to. You might want to write this down so you do not get caught off guard. Okay. So pay attention to fog and mist coming in to any of your home areas, especially if it's really thick and heavy. Pay attention. If it comes in like a cloud formation and moving, pay attention to that. That fog and mist. Pay attention to that. Okay? Because there's hidden things in the fog. So, on January 25th is going to be a huge alignment. Okay? This is important. This is going to have the alignment of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Okay? Hi, lovely. All right. So, when we are working with this obstruction, obliviation, or to obliviate, we're going to look at the word obstruction. Obstruction means a general blockage a physical barrier, a medical containment, a blockage. Okay? Obliviation is completely destroyed or wiped out something, making it disappear entirely. Don't you like that? This is why it's so powerful to know the meaning of the words and what the meaning of it really is when you're looking at the power. I looked at the word eradication, I looked at annihilation, and I was like, what's another word? Obliviation. I was like, ooh. How many times have you said I just want to obliviate something or send it off into obliviation? It means you want it to just disappear. You don't want it to be around. So now you take that and put it on top of clearing your pathways of your emotions, your elemental self, your mental self, your spiritual self, and your physical self. And then rebooting everything through the blueprint, anchoring into your source code, rebooting all of that. Talk about ring the bell. Oh, we're going to get into that because the ringing of the bell starts tomorrow. Hold on a second. So, the activate obliviation of the obstruction obliviation. Now, you have to understand the alignment of those planets, even though that's going to be for next month on the 25th. Remember, these planets are going to be getting into position to make that great alignment. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 planets. I'm sorry, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do you think is getting ready to happen? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What? What do you think is going to happen? It's all correlated. Let me give you a definition. So Mercury is all about the communication. Venus is all about the love and beauty and relationships. That's going to be amplified. Mars is all about the passion, the divine, the infusion of that. Can also strike up like battling energy. Jupiter encourages expansion and wisdom. Saturn offers lessons in discipline and resilience. Uranus promotes innovation and change. And then Neptune deepens the spiritual reality, your awareness and intuition. That's crown. That's up here. I can link into the heart too. Yeah, I would say that's all the chakras lined up right there. As above you, lining up below you. You. So yeah, and then when you look at the fact that it's on January 25th, the 2 and the 5 is a 7. So let's look at the whole thing. I didn't break down all the numbers. Let's look at the whole thing. So that's a 1 plus 25. Plus, now remember, next year is going to be a 9 energy. So 9 and 7, that's 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. That's going to give us an 8. So that's going to give us that 8 energy. Here's the above and the below. Above and the below. So it's connecting. Now, when we go into next year, we're just entering into the year. It's not going to be a new year unless you're going by the Gregorian calendar. The new year doesn't start until the spring of our calendar time, when the calendar comes in. Okay? This will finish out right at the end of June or July. Okay? Of next year. So when we look at that energy on that day, that is a powerful time of reflection, new beginnings. That's a powerful time of personal growth. Okay? So all the work that we have done from the Liberation Challenge all the way up to the last 10-day challenge that we just recently done. Now we're starting this obstruction, obliviation, going through and we're digging. We're looking for root issues. What is the root issue that you're dealing with? Does it show up in your dreams? Because if it's showing up in your dreams, then I got something for that. And I just thought it was so interesting to get this. It's called the Dream Reading Cards. And these are pretty cool. So they're broken down, and I like how it's broken down. It's broken down into the oracle and then the dreams. Okay? So we're going to be implementing this energy of how our subconscious mind records in our dreams hidden messages of what we're dealing with. Okay? What is needing to be said? What is needing to be looked at? Okay? What is needing to be healed and released? So we're going to implement that. Now, part of the thing is to set up more a deep look at what is blockage. What is the blockage? Each one of you have an opportunity. You can do your cards for yourself, or unless you want me to do the card lay for you, you would have to email me for that session. Keep in mind, if you email me for a consultational read, that reading is going to be an activator for you. Okay? My readings are not about just get a little bit of info and go on about your business. No. That is all about, it's going to activate. It's going to cause digging. It's going to cause you to look at things, take action, and it's going to cause a result ending so that you can see it. It's going to give you the info so you can see what you're needing to look at. It's not going to give you sweetness and la-di-da-da. It's going to give you the info you need to pay attention to. Okay? So it's going to start in dream world because that's what? Above. And then we bring that down to the physical. So it's going to start in that spirit realm. Then it comes down to the physical. Okay? So that's going to be a part of your read. And then that's going to also bring in the divine masters, the portals that are going to be activated. So this is going to be a part of the reads also. The gateways are awesome. And then these are just off the hook insane. It's almost like when you put these two together, you are definitely activating the portals of these divine masters energy coming in that you're going to be working with. So the one main one that I want to really target into this work is the divine director. Write that down. Divine director. Who is the divine director of you? Who is watching you on your journey? Who is the one that sees the blockages, but because you have free will, doesn't interfere to let you know what that is? So everyone, you need to connect tonight to your divine director. I know. Isn't this just so much interestingness that you have to kind of keep coming into because everything about us is in layers? That's what makes us so unique. We are layer multidimensional beings. Once you allow yourself to see yourself, to meet yourself. The whole intention of this process is by the time we get through winter solstice, you meet yourself, you have knocked out the blockages, so you have a clean slate. And then we go into the stillness of winter solstice. Deep reflection. Having a deep relationship and loving relationship with the self. Nothing of fear tactics, no worrying, getting rid of all of that. I mean, you really become in tune with you and be in that space. So there's a lot of weird energy going on in the ethers right now. There's weirdness on different platforms. There's weirdness here and in and out. And on this dimension alone, we're dealing with a lot of this, what I call the negative energy. And the negative energy shows up in forms of fear, shows up in forms of I'm better than you, shows up in forms of religious battling back and forth, which is so ridiculous. Shows up in forms of battling of the divine masculine and feminine energy, things that need to be healed, things that need to be looked at. Okay? So when we start this work tomorrow, that means we step into that energy. We're going to step into that. We're going to do that work. So, with that being said, if you're in it to win it, great. You're going to be activating your source codes. Now, you already have your codes, but it's all about what is it that you want to activate for yourself. If you're on that higher timeline, higher energy, that means you don't keep the same old behaviors. You don't do the same old stuff. You meet the energy of the higher timelines with your higher self. You don't show up in the lower self because you won't make it. That's just how it rolls. You won't make it. You have to show up as your higher self. And in that showing up as your higher self, you then start pairing off with others who are in the same category as you. Other star members. Okay? So that this starts to create the anchor timeline that you're staying true to. Remember what I said when we started that work and I said you don't want to drop the ball. You want to keep the momentum going. This is what this is for, to keep the momentum going. We don't want to get relaxed and just say, okay, that was great. Yay. And you have to keep the momentum going because you're working on building and anchoring. Wherever you are, you're anchoring that light. You're anchoring that divinity. Through you, you're anchoring it. This is the best way that all of us can be of service at the same time, not only just working on ourselves and anchoring as much of the divine light of ourselves as possible, but wherever you are, you're holding that sacred light right there. Okay? So, is activate the source codes through the plasmic light because there's so much plasmic light coming through. And tomorrow, there is a hidden thing that's going to be going on. And it was only mentioned a couple times. Okay? So, I'm going to bring this up and I want you to pay attention to this. 4 years ago, when I did the read on T and said what would be coming is triumph. Okay, I said that. Okay, so the first part already happened. Now, tomorrow at the stock center, he is going to be ringing the bell, which is never done by a president-elect or a president person, to ring the stock bell. What was the one thing on this planet that they got rid of because they didn't like that sound? The bells. That ringing of the bell is going to do two things. It's going to announce victory, And it's also going to announce the ticking time that any of the residual energies that are not divine need to vacate the premises. Ring the bell, ringing of the bell. What happens when you ring the bell? Okay? So I'm sharing that with all of you because I just came online and I heard Dr. Kia Pruitt talking about he's going to be ringing the bell because her sources had gave her the info. And I was like, what? So she says everybody needs to be paying attention. I was like, okay, let me write that down and share it with everyone. Because, she pops on really quick and she gives the info and she has to pop off so she can keep her info up. So ringing of the bell is happening tomorrow. Now I want you to step into the spirit side of yourself and look at the aspects of that. When you ring the bells, what are you calling in? Besides victory, besides triumph, besides alertness, you're calling in spirit. You're calling in guardians and ancestors when you ring the bell. There's going to be some big divine coded magic going on tomorrow. Here's the thing. Some are going to use it for the good of all and the good of themselves to be of service. And others are going to try to use it for nefarious things. But the light has already won, and the light will win that tomorrow also. So wherever you are in yourself, wherever your struggles are, tomorrow's a day we light that torch and we go and we seek in those places of ourselves what is still blocking, what is still the fear, what is still the wound that hasn't really been looked at. Or you gazed over it and you said, oh, well, it comes off in layers and blah, blah, blah. We're going to go and we're going to hunt it down and dig it up from the roots. This is that getting in there and doing that. So the prompting questions that will come up through this medicine is going to either trigger you, charge you, make you reflect. It either make you laugh, make you go, what? Or make you cry. Whatever emotion is going to be tied to the questions that are going to be asked is what you're going to have to face. And all I have for you is one question. Because tomorrow is the reflecting mirror, Ken. Are you ready to do that? Because if you're not ready to do that, don't email me for the read as an additional activation for your journey. Don't show up to the workshop tomorrow if you're not willing to do that. But if you're willing to do that, I say you come ready to rock and roll. I say you come ready with your light shining so you can move through. I say you show up with your wands. Whip up those crystal wands or those wooden wands in the air and create the vortex so you can do this journey work. Because that's what it's going to take for you to finally see what is really blocking you. Some of us, we get to that point in all that we desire and we want to have. We have the passion, but how do we keep it going so we can live the life that we so desire to live? Well, we're coming out of the falsified matrix. So that's going to help right there. But it's actually when we kind of look at ourselves and we give ourselves permission. Where is that blockage? Where is that hurt? Where is that old belief pattern still sitting there? You can journal yourself to death. But until you ask yourself that one question and be truthfully honest, get rid of all the exterior part of yourself and jump in there and say, yeah, this is what bothers me. I've been holding on to this forever. It could be something so simple as you never got over the fact that Grandma Jenny didn't buy you a gift on Christmas, and everybody else was smiling about all their stuff, but you held on to that for what, 10, 15, 20 years? You're still sitting on the family squabble stuff? That's a blockage. It could simply be as easy as you put your heart and soul into a job. You worked your ass off to no end. You did everything, and you were skipped over for a promotion and never got the recognition that you should have, and someone stole your work. You never got over it. So then what happens, that energy alone keeps you from creating because you think someone's going to take it from you. Oh, am I getting your attention now? Oh, I'm feeling some of you going, oh shit, she just went there. Yeah, I did. I just went there. You probably are sitting on some past energy saying that you're over it, but if you hear a certain song or a word, it triggers that emotion, and then you're right back there. Talking to yourself, having conversations in the head of whoa, and saying, ah. Takes you probably a day and a half to come out of it, and you're striking out at everybody around you because you got triggered. That's the stuff we're looking for. And then there's the ones that, I want this so much. I want to do this so much, but you take no action because you're afraid to fail, because you have failed before and it didn't work. So how is this going to be any different than any other time? We're looking for that one too. That's where we're going in this journey. And we're going to take the pie or the wheel, and we're going to walk the wheel and break it down. We're going to look at these aspects. We're going to do the work on it. We're going to clear it. We're going to look for the root. See how far back that root goes. Is it in this lifetime? Or is it in a recent lifetime? Or are we talking about going way back? Remember, how old do you really think you are? Go back and look at that video. Get a refresher. How old do you really think you are? So it could tell you, okay, I probably have to go back 100,000 something years. 4 billion years. 4 million years. Because that's how many times my soul has incarnated. Not just on this planet, but other star planets. Other dimensional systems. Oh yeah, that's where we're going. That's why it's called the obstacle obliviation. What is the obstacle? What is the blockage that needs to be obliviated? That needs to just be shh. So we'll be working with a lot of etheric energy, fire, decording, and taking back. And as we do this work, I want you to know we're in this beautiful window of this enlightened energy that's coming in. That celestial energy that's still with us. Where parts of yourself that you had let go of or through some kind of trauma is now returning back to you, healed. That's a part of the upgrade. So this light, bright light that you see when you lay your butt down at night and you're wondering, what the hell was that? That's your soul essence coming back to you. Just imagine how many people, when situations are being eradicated off of this planet, obliviated to nothingness. Those soul pieces are coming back to those people who were wronged in so many ways and harmed, to help bring back wholeness so they're not so fractured from what they experienced from whomever caused the problem. Those parts of ourselves are coming back. Whether you had it in an accident that was traumatizing, a relationship that was traumatizing, a growing up in childhood that was traumatizing, whatever that was, those soul pieces are coming back. If it was through an addiction, a lot of your soul pieces of yourself left when you embarked on your addictions and checked out. Those pieces of you are coming back. And they're coming back as a higher form of the self and branching into you to help liberate you. So, lovelies, I hope you're going to be ready for a little fun to do this. And what I'm going to be doing is I will open up the video. And as I go into the next one, if you haven't watched it, I'm going to go in and I'm going to lock it down. So it makes sure that whoever is doing the work, you stay in the rhythm of it. So it'll be open. Then when we go to the next one, I lock it down. It goes to private. I want to make sure you're in it to win it. There's no half-ass in here. This is the last big challenge of the year, and this is my gift to all of you for being Be So Light members and being true to the self and doing the work. This is my gift. I want you to be in it to win it because your position in the months to come of next year are important. Your presence and your empowerment of who you are and knowing that is important. So you have to rise to that and do it. Okay? So with that being said, you have to be in it to win it. And the reason why it will be locked down is so that others who just come and find this and then they think they can get in, they don't understand. We're activating this from the 12th to the 21st. That's what this energy is all about, right through that window right there. We're working it right there. You're in it to win it. I know you are. I know you are. So as a safety mechanism, I'm not going to just let anybody just come in the middle of it because I really don't want them to not hurt themselves, but I want them to get the beginning to the end, not half of it. This is why I say you don't want to half-ass step this. This is not half-ass stepping. This is from the beginning to the end. And the only thing, if you want the reading of activation with it, that'll be the only thing you pay for. If you want that. And then you email me for that. And I'll let you know what the price is. Those of you that have worked with me before, you know how I am. Okay. So I'm going to pull. Please don't lock videos. You don't always come on at the same time, and sometimes notifications don't come through, and sometimes I'm at work or sleep. I'm thinking. I'll sit with it. I'll come up with a better scenario. How about this? After the 10 days, I lock it all down. So you have to make sure you do the 10th day. I don't want people, like, this is not one of these things that you do as catch up. And I am going to come on as early as I can, as long as there's no outside interference. Okay. That's kind of the challenge for me is I set the intentions. I'm going to come on at a certain time, and then something comes and gets in the way. I got to do this. I got to take care of that. It's just me. I don't have anybody to fall back on to assist me or to cover for something so I can go do this. I don't have that luxury. Wish I did. It'd be nice. Really would be nice. Be helpful. But I don't have that. So I do the best that I can do. But okay, so Miss Shay, I will definitely look at it in that manner. But we're going to start off tonight with a dream card. And I want you, what's so neat about these dream cards is they can activate your dreams, okay? And then we're going to look at a gateway activation and a divine master. So, I'm going to look at the dream. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I totally, everyone make sure you are subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. There is a lot of weird energy going on with cell phones, platforms, and it's not just YouTube. It's everywhere else. There's weird stuff. And please, when you go to send a message or you're going to go text someone, make sure you double read what you're sending because the AI technology is filling in words. You think you wrote something of this, but then you go back and read it and it's something else. Okay? Just be aware of that. Okay? AI is having some glitching problems, unfortunately, because of the high magnitude of plasmic platonic light that is coming in that is interfering with their ability to sustain themselves. Details out of love. Let's see what the oracle has to say. Details out of love. But thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Shay. Thank you for speaking up. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay, Porto. So everyone, just remember, get your papers ready. Make your will, and I want you to sit. What's going to be on your will that you're going to work on? What's coming up for you? This is the part where you have to be honest with yourself. What's coming up? You don't get to just sit there, oh, and I'll just put this because, I don't want to look at the other stuff. No. What is it that you really don't want to look at? That's what we're going to look at. And remember to write divine director. Who is the divine director over you? Who's a guide? Okay, so the dream activation energy is going to be about landscapes. Landscapes and places is the number 8. Are you comfortable in your environment? Do you wish to explore new experiences and perceptives? Do you wish to escape from your present constraints? This is what the dream energy looks like. Where are you feeling like you're in that dream stuff? It could be an old rundown house. It can be an old school that you keep showing up at. Old car. What's the dream energy? Old group of people. The oracle says, focus. For enlightenment stays in the moment. Chop wood. Carry water. Avoid distractions. Meditate. Bring unresolved issues into the view. Focus. What is the focus point? That number is a number 25. Focus. The portal activation has divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God coincidences. And then we have Metatron and Santrophon. Sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, understanding lessons. Wow. These two go hand in hand, for sure. That's crazy. So Metatron, don't forget, Metatron is the head angelic being of all angels because of the fact that she has the access to your Akashic records, okay, to be able to assist you. So if you were doing Akashic record work, that would be one of the beings you would get in contact with that can guide you into that and help you have access to your Akashic records, okay? Okay, so that is the activation for tonight. And all you have to do is get those things together so that you will have them. And then we will step fully into medicine tomorrow. I'm pushing it out there that safe light will come early enough to fix the glass. And I'm putting it out there that the glass will not split any further tonight as the temperatures drop. And as our way of parting, I'm going to leave you all with a little bit of and that is called the Zen Tube. I love this thing. I totally love it. Sometimes I just pick it up and start doing it, and even the cats will lay there and they listen to it. So it's just one of those things when you play it, your tube, it makes that vibration. I like it better in the thumb position. And then sometimes you don't even have to do the wah-wah. It just keeps going. Love this thing. Yeah, it was kind of dangerous for me to get my hands on this because now I feel like I'll just, could just go into a grocery store and strike this thing and go, if you're not awake, you're awake now. Calling you in, calling. Hello. All right, lovelies. I asked you to have a wonderful evening to yourself, and I just wanted to come on and give you the preference of what we're going to be doing for those 10 days as we approach the doorway of the wheel of the winter solstice. After we go into the winter solstice, this is where we become still. This is where we become quiet. And we do a lot of that inner reflection. And it's kind of like you start prepping and putting things into place and start creating things that you want to release when the door of the light opens for spring. You want to bring into that place. What are the new seeds you're going to be planting? How are you going to want everything to show up? Okay. But this part right now, we're just going to start cleaning the slate. I want to clean the slate. Whatever it is that you're unhappy with, whatever it is, goes into part of the pie. Okay? So if you only have 6 or 7 things or 3 things that you're working on, you only have 3 pieces of the pie. So just create that circle and create your pie so that you know what you're going to be walking through. Okay, we're going to walk the wheel and go through your pie. All right? All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Once again, it's been my pleasure to be your galactic spiral light priestess to help guide you through whatever traumas that you may be dealing with that are just stuck in your cellular memory. And we just have to kind of go in there and dig it up and have you take a look at it and say, I am now releasing this and be done with it. We want you to be in a place in your life where you activate yourself to your higher aspects of yourself and be connected to that. All right? All right, lovelies. I will definitely see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing about some of your dreams, what got activated. There will be a lot of crystal talk in this 10 days, moving into crystals, cards, questions, journal writing, removal stuff, and getting that done. So like I said, if you are interested in an activational read, where you want your reading to be an activation for what is to be for you, you can always email me at galacticspirallight.com. Very simple and easy. And I will get in contact with you. Part of the journey is really diving in to see those parts of what you really need to look at. Okay? All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love. I will see you on 12/12 tomorrow. Bye.